was invited to Lagos to meet with Sheyi. I met with Sheyi and the Minister for Youth. The Minister for Youth, when he saw me, he hugged me in Lagos. We talked, and I was to be offered 100 million naira. But the thing is, it's not all about money. There are things which I stand for. You cannot ask me to begin to promote a president who has not done something for me to say he has done it. If he does something good, I will promote him. We will support him as the president and commander-in-chief. But where he is, you cannot say I should keep quiet. I won't do that. That we couldn't settle. And they felt that I'm being stubborn not to accept money and to come to Lagos without accepting money and going back. So they planned my abduction, and on the 15th, I was abducted. Of April, I was abducted, stripped naked, beaten seriously in collaboration with the MD of NTA. The MD of NTA, I was packaged to NTA to make involuntary statement that I am no longer, that I have renounced my position as Nass president. I did that to gain my freedom. But immediately I released a press statement that I was forced, it was under duress, and because I was naked, I was beaten. They claimed that they will share the video. That Sheikh told them that they can share the video, nothing will happen. And that even if they kill me, he will order. That was the word Ladoja used. It is Ladoja that is telling me this. That he will instruct, yes, he will instruct the Inspector General of Police to cover it up. And if he doesn't do that, that he will go. So I now asked, even this morning when somebody was telling me that, you know who Sheyi is? I say, yes, Sheyi is an ordinary citizen like myself. He's not occupying any official position. I told them yesterday, I made it clear, that even if I'm coming to this hall and I'll be shot, I'll still come to this hall. At the end, today, the inauguration is concluded and I'm the Nass president. I want Nigerians to know what has happened and that we are not going to give up and that Sheyi can do anything he wants to do. He's already in this hotel. This inauguration wouldn't have held. You can see the organization is not correct. See the way the things was hardly done. I told the MC, quickly start. Don't do anything, no protocol. Do the inauguration as long as though they will be arresting or killing the Nass president now, who controls over 40 million Aluta forces. So I want to, for the want of time, I don't want to take much of our time, but I've told you in brief. So we cannot say, the most important thing which my government, which we want to do as leaders of Nass, is that we will fight the cultists. We will take away cultism from Nass, the touts from Nass. They are just a bunch of touts and criminal elements. When politicians want to do anything, they recruit them to do all of these things, and that is what we have come to fight. I need your support for us to be able to do this, because without you supporting me, supporting our leadership, there's no way we'll be able to achieve this, because these people have gone far. They have no shame. I want to say, finally, that Sheyi Tinubu is a very bad example to the Nigerian youth. And the worst thing that will happen to Nigeria will be for Sheyi Tinubu to become the governor of Lagos State. He has no shame, he has no character. I have been stripped naked, he has my video in his phone. If we are in a country where things work, they are supposed to trace that in his phone, and he should be prosecuted. I do not know if what he wants to do with my naked video in his phone. It is also in the phone of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Student Affairs. The Secretary, while we went to submit a letter to the Minister of Defense, the essay to the Minister of Defense told him that he saw my naked video while they were beating me. That is also in his own phone. This is the country that we are, but they are making a mistake with the wrong person. The honest solution to this is for them to do the right thing, or they should quickly terminate my life. I thank you very much for listening, Your Excellency.
Wow, this is a very serious allegation. And you see this allegation, it should not be overlooked. So all security agencies in Nigeria, please pay attention. This thing will not be swept under the carpet. Secondly, I think there's a coincidence that is not a coincidence happening. And I will show you people something that is happening. That might be the reason why maybe Sheyi Tinubu is interested in Nass. I don't know. I say a coincidence and maybe. But it's not a coincidence to me, because when I saw it and this thing that this guy is talking about, all of them appeared together. I said, is this the reason why they are trying to get this guy off? And is this the reason why Sheyi Tinubu is involved in Nass? And why is he trying to insert himself in Nass? I don't know. Maybe. But I'll show you people why I think there is a coincidence that is not a coincidence. First of all, these are images to show that, yes, indeed, the Nass president was attacked. Because, as you can see on the picture, you will see that his back, see injuries on the back, as if he was flogged, injuries on his face. I guess he took these pictures after he was released. So, it is an establishment that, indeed, this guy was attacked. Now, let's come to the names and position that was mentioned in this video before we go further. So this will be our key witnesses. So in case when the case don't start, these are the people we should look out for. The first name or the first position that was mentioned is Minister for Youth. He said when he went there, the first person, he met the Minister of Youth and he was hugged. It was at that point that he was offered or about to be offered 100 million naira. He was about to be offered 100 million naira. By who? We don't know yet. Do you understand? 100 million naira. What is the 100 million naira for? That he should support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But he declined. That President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime is suffering a lot of people and he cannot support them. Now, I want you all to understand that the Nass president holds a very powerful position in Nigeria as the president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, controlling over 40 million aluta. Just understand that it's very powerful. So that position is very powerful and is the delicate position. And for election to go the way they would want, they might need to secure him as well. So he's in a very important position. Now, the first name was the Minister of Youth. And then the second position that was mentioned is the MD of NTA. He said that when he refused, that he was kidnapped. And they took him straight after he was tortured, brutalized. They took him to NTA to make a publication that is renouncing the position as the Nass president, right? So another position is the MD of NTA. Then a name was mentioned. This name is Ladoja. Now, everything this guy said in this video is alleged. Alleged by who? The key person is Ladoja. If you go back to the video, he was saying Ladoja then said that Sheyi Tinubu said that they should buy him, and if they buy him, he will tell the IG of police to clean it up, in a nutshell. So Ladoja is the main person telling the Nass president all of this. Who is Ladoja? I don't know. The only Ladoja I know is the 80-year-old Ladoja that was the governor years ago. Now, let's move. Ladoja. Another position that was mentioned is the SSA to the President of Student Affairs. The SSA to the President of Student Affairs currently has his naked videos on his phone. After they brutalized him, they recorded him naked. I guess to blackmail him that if you don't do what we want, we'll post your naked video online. Another person again, another position that was mentioned is the SA to the Minister of Defense. That one also has the video on his phone. Do you understand? So right now, this is a very, very strong allegation, and these are the names of the people involved. Now, there's a coincidence that does not look like a coincidence. This is the news that was published yesterday. On Tunde North page, ICPC, 7.2 billion out of 100 billion disbursed for student loan was diverted. 7.2 billion out of 100 billion that was disbursed for student loan was diverted. Diverted by who and where? Could this be that this is the reason why they are trying to take this guy out? Could this be that this is what they are dragging? Could this be that this is why Sheyi Tinubu is interested? Because I don't know why student loan is 7.1 billion, 71.2 billion rather is missing. And now we are hearing about Nass all of a sudden. It concerns students. But let's keep that by the way. So these Nass presidents that alleged everything in this video, yeah? First things first, I hope Ladoja that gave you all this information, I hope Ladoja have proof. I hope Ladoja have proof of all these things that you said Sheyi told you that Sheyi said. I hope Ladoja have proof. That one is number one. As for the parts that you are brutalized, you were beaten, they took you to NT and everything, that's your own experience. That one is on the other side. So that's your experience. That one will not need proof. Now you they talk and we don't see pictures. Do you understand? Again, I will be telling you now that your prayer should be that video of your nakedness should even leak, so that it can make everything boom. You see that your video? Pray make it leak. It has to. If you get the video, bro, I will advise you to leak it. There's nothing to hide again. I will advise you to leak that video. That video will help us true to know, say yes, they recorded you to blackmail you and you were indeed brutalized. So if you have the video, leak it on Twitter. You get the point. It's not a coincidence. Say 71.2 billion student loan was diverted. And they start to drag the Nass presidents, that they blackmail, that they beat, that they scatter everywhere. Again, do you understand? Now let me play another video of an eyewitness that was there on the day. I'll play 2 videos now of an eyewitness that was there. So let him give his own story of when the day of the inauguration and Sheyi Tinubu's involvement. Do you understand? According to him.
We're starting to tell all for the inauguration. In the morning, because I was the one coordinating the process. So in the morning, I was at West Carton Hotel when Sheyi Tinubu drove in. So when he left...
Sheyi Tinubu, you mean the president's son?
Yes, the president's son. When he drove in to West Carton Hotel, so I was somewhere at West Carton and I saw him. So when he left the venue, the manager now told me that the inauguration can no longer hold in this venue, that there was an instruction from the president's son that Nass cannot hold their inauguration here. And I told him that you can't tell us not to hold our inauguration here because this particular venue has already been paid for. And we'll proceed by whatever we want to do today. Maybe after today, you can ask us not to come here again or whatever because we've booked for this place for a very long time. Okay, Sheyi Tinubu left, and immediately all our dignitaries are already on ground. So we usher them in and we begin the process. To the extent that the manager of the hotel has to go back and meet the technical team of the hotel. They have to switch off all appliances in the hall, including their generator, the light, the AC, and everything. So we're using solar lights. That was all we used. So we didn't have.
All right. So now you see, say another name or another position I've added to the list: the manager of well scouting. So according to this guy's story, he's alleging that when they were planning their inauguration on the D-Day, Sheyi Tinubu came and instructed the MD, and instructed the manager of well scouting that meeting should not hold, that inauguration should not hold. And at the end of the day, the manager shut down their facilities, that they had to use solar to continue their inauguration. So all these names of Sheyi Tinubu, where did they call? It means a true. It like say Sheyi Tinubu actually involved. And you know where I found out? I was not even convinced until this interview on channels of the current factional Nass president. On the interview, that was when I said, you know what? I think Sheyi Tinubu might be involved. So let me play that as well.
He says that he places the allegation, squarely at the feet of the president's son, saying that the president's son, Mr. Sheyi Tinubu, has been attempting to interfere in student union politics, and that he was at the venue of their Well Scouting hotel on Tuesday, telling the manager, because I asked him, I said, how do you know that? Did you see him? He said, yes. Yes, you saw him. He could have been there as a guest. He could have been there for any other reason. He said the manager of the hotel told them that this is what the president's son has just said, that their event will not be allowed to hold in the hotel anymore, and that their event was frustrated. They did not give them electricity, and they refused them using the facilities at the hotel. Are you aware of all of this?
I'm not aware, but I read one stupid allegation on Sahara Reporters. Is she part of Nass? Let me tell you, man.
That's the question he also raised as well.
This country, I think we the youth, we have one problem. Sheyi is the only president of son we have in this country that is trying to bring himself so low, mingle among youth. We've had several presidents. Some of us don't even know their sons or their daughters' name. But Sheyi, whenever he sees students, he sees youth. Some of us watch him online. I think there was a time I was after.
Now, Sheyi, they see something. They see something, Abi. After this woman told him what the other guy alleged happened on the inauguration day. This is the factional one. They told you this thing about Nass, and you are the factional Nass president. You should be disturbed. But instead of addressing the situation, do you see what he did? He refused to address the situation. He started hailing Sheyi Tinubu and praising Sheyi Tinubu. That Sheyi Tinubu is the only president's son that is close to the youth and blah, 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 blah. Oga, address it. There's no way you will say you don't know that something like this happened. This whole thing, there's no smoke without fire. All these things don't just happen, boom. Address it. Instead, you hail Sheyi Tinubu. So it means this particular one now, I am suspecting that this one was not even elected, was not inaugurated. Maybe not then package and put. And why are they packaging him? One of the lead I have, one of the reasons that I am seeing now, it is the 71.2 billion student loan that was diverted. Where was it diverted to? Where was it diverted to? Who diverted it? Who diverted it? So if we add all these things together, we gonna know what really happened. Now, as for Sheyi Tinubu, to be very honest, I am really disappointed in you because me, myself, I've been one of the person who say, I want me somebody like you hold power. You know why? Because I was thinking, okay, yes, it will spread, go to youth, right? But so far, so good. I'm not going to lie. I have heard that you abuse power a lot. I swear to God. But all of them are allegations. I have heard that they use your papa office to do a lot of crazy things for this country. That you use it to get contracts. Even this coastal highway, there are rumors that it is you that collected that contract. With your father's name, with you and Umai alleged. that you are using your father's office to clean up, which I am disappointed because I actually saw a future in you. But now, as for this case is a very, very serious case. So all security agencies in Nigeria, we need you people to actually do an investigation. Already, they've involved the IG on it. So basically, they've thrown an allegation that the IG is a boy to Sheyi Tinubu. That's what it means. Because if Ladoja is telling this guy that even if they buy you, Sheyi said he's going to talk to the Inspector General of Police and everything will be cleaned up, then the IG of Police needs to come and clear his name. The IG of Police should come and clear his name. So this allegation, no small. It is not small. But let's watch. I just hope they don't sweep this under the carpet. But let's watch. And Sheyi Tinubu, you need to clear your name. That's that kind of thing where you do. They are coming for my father. We now know that you know how to talk. You are not as quiet as we think. So come outside and explain. You need to tell the people what's up. What is your involvement in Nass? Because Nass holds the president of Nass holds a very serious power in his hands. Controlling over 40 million aluta. Not be small power be that. Meaning they can look for a way to convince those youth to vote. Even though a lot of people have a mind of their own now. Nobody feel convince anybody, say can't vote for anybody. Now all of us suffer the suffer now. So we know who put us on sufferness. But the Nass president holds a very strong position. And again, what happened to 71.2 billion naira, 71.2 billion naira student loan that was diverted? Peace and love, don't play. You're gonna learn, and you're gonna learn the hard way. We want to know what happened.
All right. The way the Nigeria state is going, to be sincere, I wonder if Nigeria will be a country for humans to live in the next 3 years. Like, nobody can talk anymore in the country. Nobody can do anything. Nobody can criticize the government. Nobody can say what the government is doing or what they are doing is not good. Like, the country is just a kind of, I don't know. Now I'm seeing the country like a jungle. Like a jungle. I don't really know.